Guilty verdict in former President Trump's criminal trial. Trump was found guilty on 34 counts of falsifying business records.
His sentencing is now set for July 11th, just days before Republicans are expected to formally nominate him for president. We've got team coverage breaking down the verdict and, of course, the reaction. Let's begin with Elijah Westbrook live outside criminal court in Lower Manhattan.
Well, Chris and Mary, on their second day of deliberations, the jury in this case reached a verdict and found Donald Trump guilty on all 34 counts. This as the presumptive Republican nominee is now a convicted felon.
The jury, composed of 12 Manhattan residents, found that Donald Trump illegally falsified business records to cover up a $130,000 payment to adult film star Stormy Daniels before the 2016 election.
This was a disgrace. This was a rigged trial by a conflicted judge who was corrupt.
We're told people audibly gasped in the courtroom when word came back that the jury reached a verdict. And as that verdict was read, Trump was looking directly at the jury as they said the word guilty 34 times. The jury delivered the verdict in just over 11 hours.
The jury spoke decisively. It spoke unanimously. There wasn't really any doubt at the way that they were coming out in this case.
The prosecution's star witness, Trump fixer Michael Cohen, gave crucial testimony that directly implicated Trump in falsifying the $130,000 payment.
I guess the word is relieved. This has been 6 years in the making. It's accountability. It's exactly what America needs right now.
Manhattan DA Alvin Bragg had this to say moments after the verdict was reached.
The only voice that matters is the voice of the jury, and the jury has spoken.
But the former president says the real decision will come in November.
Now, Donald Trump is set to be sentenced on July 11th at 10 a.m. We're hearing he could face anything from probation time to jail time. We're live this morning from Lower Manhattan. Elijah Westbrook, CBS 2 News.
Thank you, Elijah. Let's turn now to Doug Williams live outside Trump Tower.
The former president expected to speak later this morning. Doug.
Chris and Mary, good morning. It is quiet out here right now. No supporters of former President Trump or demonstrators of any kind. That will change, I am sure, as the morning goes on. At 11 a.m. this morning, a new phase begins for former President Trump, who will look to steer the conversation and now that the verdict has been handed down, continue to rein in the support of his loyal followers. Chopper 2 was over Trump Tower yesterday after the verdict. The crowd at its largest was earlier in the evening. Former President Trump seen returning to Trump Tower at about 6:15 p.m., waving to a crowd of his supporters. Our crew spoke with New Yorkers who represent opinions on both sides about the guilty verdict.
It doesn't matter who you are or what you do. If you do the crime, you deserve what's coming to you.
That took a lot of courage for that jury to come back with that kind of a charge against him. I just think it's amazing.
The message is it's going to backfire on the Democrats. It's going to backfire on Sleepy Joe. It's going to backfire on Alvin Bragg, and Trump is going to win. And I will vote for him for the third time, even if he's in jail.
And former President Trump has spoken on numerous occasions about how unfair he believed the trial was, including yesterday in the very courthouse where the guilty verdicts were handed down. And that was despite, during the trial, his gag order during it. And you can expect much of that same rhetoric. We'll see if he addresses exactly what the legal strategy will be in terms of appeals going forward, or whether he will just steer the conversation forward. We're live outside Trump Tower this morning. Doug Williams, CBS 2 News.
Okay, Doug, thank you. President Biden, currently in Rehoboth Beach, Delaware, with his family, did not hold a press conference after the verdict was announced yesterday. However, did post on social media saying, quote, "There's only one way to keep Donald Trump out of the Oval Office, and that is at the ballot box. Donate to our campaign today."
New York Attorney General Letitia James speaking out about the verdict. James issued a statement saying, quote, "No one is above the law." You may recall the AG's office won a civil fraud lawsuit against Donald Trump and the Trump Organization early this year.
Well, and outside the courthouse, voters on both sides of the political spectrum made their voices heard, as you can imagine. A small but vocal group of anti-Trump protesters gathered in Lower Manhattan after the historic verdict came down. Just down the block, a small pro-Trump group awaited the arrival of the former president's motorcade.
Disbelief, quite honestly. It's quite the clown show. But the American people aren't going to fall for it. This will just make Trump stronger.
And we're really thankful that the New York jury was fair and listened and asked questions and came back with 34 counts guilty.
The protests were largely peaceful, and there were no reports of any arrests.
Long Islanders are reacting to the verdict. Some saying justice has been served, others calling it a political ploy. We talked to people in Nassau County where more than 44% voted for Trump in the last election.
A crooked guy, he tells lies, and he doesn't really care about anybody else for himself.
I think that he should have to be removed as the candidate. I don't think he should be allowed to run. He's involved in so many cases, and it's such a distraction, and the only reason he's running is to stay out of jail.
My main problem is, what's the crime?
I'm going to vote for him even more if he runs, because I think it's terrible what they did when there's plenty of other presidents that have done terrible things.
Nassau County Executive Bruce Blakeman calls the verdict a big miscarriage of justice, saying there was no basis for the conviction.
CBS News' Alice Gaynor has been inside the courtroom for just about the entire case. Here's a look at some of her reporting moments after Trump's guilty verdict.
The judge said, I just received a note from the jury. They've reached a verdict. They would like some more time, about 30 minutes, to fill out the forms. Is that okay? There was an audible gasp in the courtroom from journalists and members of the public because we thought jurors were getting dismissed for the day.
You can hear more about Alice's experience covering this trial on CBS Mornings. That begins at 7 a.m.
Stay with CBS 2 for continuing coverage. We'll have more analysis and reaction to the guilty verdict throughout the morning right here on CBS 2 and streaming on CBS News New York.